Okay, here we go. I'm just finishing setting things up here, so give me about 3 minutes or so. I'll be done. Lucas, boa noite. Tudo bem? Okay, I think we're ready. More or less. Alright, hello everybody. Good to see you all. The lighting has been a little bit crazy, so just bear with me until it gets probably dark enough outside to actually justify turning on the lights. But how have we been doing? Hopefully, all has been well. This is basically like day three edition, part three, if you will, of this Octagon challenge save, in which it goes as follows, where the goal here is to pretty much win every single continental trophy at the club level, and then win the two FIFA trophies of the Club World Cup and the International World Cup as well. We're still very early in our journey. We ended up getting a job with Black Leopards in the second tier of the South African Championship. South African Pyramid, the South African Championship is where we're at currently. We've been having a pretty good season so far, all things considered. No losses as of yet, but still have a ways to go as we've got a couple of first division games and we're entering the South African Cup as well here in December. So we're gonna, at the very least, get for this portion, head into January, and see where it all takes us. I did advance a couple of days before we went live just to get us to game time here. We've got Venda FC in their own place. They're sort of towards the bottom of the table, but we can't let game slip as we've got two teams near our tails. Not give them any reasons to catch up. So try one last thing with the curtains here for light into the room. See if it gets any better, any worse. It's like slightly better, but not really. So That's... it is what it is here. Cool. Well, we'll get going then. Get started. Joel, hello. Good afternoon there over on the YouTube side. Again, for some reason, Stream Elements' chat window will only show the Twitch chats and not the YouTube one, so I'm just responding to. So right now we're with Black Leopards. We're in the second tier of South Africa at the moment. So trying to do well enough to maybe get them promoted, see if they'll start funding like my first coaching badge course kind of thing. We'll see where it goes for us. And we are trying a bit of a different tactic as well too, that a good friend of the channel, Flatch the Sauce, has provided for us to test at this level to see how it does. So we're going to try this for a couple of games, see how it flows. In the meantime, oh, just a highlight immediately off the jump. I thought it was an extended highlights for some reason with the kickoff start, but nope, we're just getting a highlight right off the start here. Not the best of crosses there, but good defending, good recovery of the ball. Mukumela, Maresane, Motsuku, Gubani, what a chance for him. Shame he couldn't bury that, but yeah, close chance. Couldn't quite capitalize on that, unfortunately. Good block from their defender here. But early on, we're getting our fair share of chances. Sally, Nyati, Kumalu. I think the highlight might be over at this point with the way that they are passing it back and forth to the defenders here, unless... Oh. Yeah, he's offside by like a mile on that. Alright. Medeko, Nyati, Nkwana. Oh. Gubane, 4th goal of the season for him. Great work off the cross on that. Very impressive. Kwana with a great play here, just running it down the corner, finds an open lane, gets the cross. Gubane between the two defenders. Easy header for him to roll that on. Jodwana, Nkosi, Tavegna, Ngidi. Venda making some good passes here. Oh, that's a blown assignment. And that's the draw. Yeah, that's tough. Right. Sally. Nkwana. Good dribbling there for the middle. Motsuku. Maresane. Back to Mukumela. Maresane again here. Finds the cross. And there's Sally. His 2nd of the season. Alright, we're back. We're sort of back into it here. Now, whether it's sustainable or not, I have zero clue. Oh, corner. Kamala. Oh. Halftime for us. Well, we're taking a lead into it, so that's not all too bad, I guess. Okay. Jadwana. Ooh, set piece there almost went awry, but thankfully we didn't. Mid-20. Nikolsi. Yeah, a bit of a defensive lapse on that one there, unfortunately. That's tough. Let's see how we do here. With a chance to recover from it, ideally, before we make any changes. Good bit of passing there, just the final third stuff was not there, unfortunately. Their defense seemed to have closed it, has to close down on it considerably. Okay, good headers. Sally, Mideko, Sangwali, Nkwana, Nyati. There's Ngobane with a second. Great goal. Alright, we'll make some substitutions here. Selly's on a yellow, so we'll bring Yati up. Fatsisi can come in. Mukumela has not been doing well, so Mashego can come in. Okay, the two substitutions are in. Motsuku. Gubane couldn't get to it, unfortunately. That was possibly a third goal. Yeah, but because I didn't, because I needed to start a new sort of Twitch save, Joel, I ended up deciding to do a streaming version of it. So, like, the offline version, I'm still working on the video for that. But just to give myself, like, a long-term FM save to play on stream, I just decided to do what's already been done offline, but do it online instead with you guys all watching, and just, you know, go for different teams, different environments, and see how that pans out. Oh. It's a good tactic in terms of offense output, but we need better defenders if we want to make it work defensively. It's the third time, like, we've scored a goal and then, like, had a goal scored on us immediately after. Alright. Nyati crosses it. Motsuko couldn't get the head on it. Well, tough draw to have, but we were trying a new tactic. I do think we'll go back to our usual tactics here before. Like, this is a good tactic offensively, but we don't have the defenders to defend the output that it asks us to have, so I'll have to let Fletch know on that one. Okay, little bit better in terms of the coverage. There should still be enough light coming in, but not blinding type of light. So we're gonna go back to this, where we were at before, just the fort rate that we were doing beforehand. This at least has been consistent for us so far in terms of the season. We got a bit of a break until the 18th. JDR stars are coming into the household. In the meantime, for our training routines, okay. Okay, so got a little while here on this one to okay, and then Namwera is joining his new team after being sold, so that sale's being completed at least. And then I'm also, let me test the command over on YouTube to see if it appears with the text. It does. Cool. So Stream Elements is working there as well. That's perfect. Needed to make sure. Slowly but surely we'll progress through it. I don't think there's that many emails to consider. Wording, realize how different non-league is. Yeah, when it's like semi-pro or amateur, like the training windows are practically non-existent. It sucks to say the least. And Dobina, one of our strikers, I think he's one of our contracted ones, so that's unfortunate that we just lost the guy for 4 to 5 months on a leg injury. Well, that's unfortunate, but yeah, when it comes to some of the lower levels and non-league stuff, it's crazy. Especially with the acquiring players just being able to leave wherever because it's not really professional. Yeah, it's match practice and maybe like a quickness or resistance training. Ooh. Game Legend, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hello to you and to all the folks coming in over on the Twitch end of the spectrum. Hopefully stream went well for you all there. What were you all up to? Change this over here because that was from the stream on Max. Hello. Yeah, for us it's still like it's technically 5:30, so it's counts as evening. It's just we get sunlight over here at this point until like close to 8 o'clock nowadays now that it's summertime. But yes, hello, good evening, good to see you all. I don't think we have one of our mods up here, so let me go ahead and take care of it. Gotcha, fun. Very good stuff. Which team are you playing with over in the Chinese Super League right now? There we go. Think I got it shout out wise. And yeah, for context, the save that we're doing right now, it's the Octagon challenge. So it's the basics of a Pentagon challenge with the regular like 5 Continental Cups that you know of, but we're also adding the OFC Champions League since we have those leagues uploaded for a mod. And then we're also going for the FIFA Club World Cup and the International FIFA World Cup. So 8 trophies in total. Joshua Teixeira, hello. Boa tarde, boa noite. JM Thoughts, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I'm multi-streaming, so I have both YouTube and Twitch up, but for some reason the YouTube chat doesn't appear on the window there. So for folks watching on YouTube, only the Twitch chat is visible, but I do have a multi-chat option on my end of the spectrum that I can view, and I see your guys' responses on both ends here. So I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Qingdao, hi to you. Okay, got it. Yeah, no worries at all. Like a rowdy crowd, a calm crowd, whatever it is y'all gotta do, I'm usually cool with it so long as people are not being super jerks or anything. But yeah, it's exciting to see that you guys are doing well so far on the Asian Journeyman portion there. Is China the first nation that you guys are tackling in it, or have you gone through a couple of different nations before landing on China at this point? Then I guess in the meantime, oh, done 5 already. Perfect. So you've knocked a couple of them out. Fair enough. Very cool. Yeah. For our side, we really just got started with this one. We got a job fairly quickly from the unemployment line, so we took Black Leopards in the 2nd tier of South Africa, and we're moving into the first half to finish up the first half of the season with them. So we still have a long way to go with it. But yes, Joshua, boa noite. Thank you for the kind words on the state championships, the estaduais video that I did over on YouTube. For those who are curious, along with streaming Football Manager and doing videos on Football Manager to start the YouTube channel, nowadays I tend to do a lot of video essays on my YouTube channel side of things, to where I talk a lot of like Brazilian football oriented stuff, and a video that I did was explaining how in Brazil we have the state championships before we kick off the like nationwide league, and how imperative that is to like the history of our game, but also how it's sort of convoluted, or like how that combined with all the other games we play throughout the year convolute the schedule as a whole. So it's interesting. I think, let's see, YouTube command. There we go. That's over on Twitch now, just the link to the YouTube. There we go. Yeah, Glenroy. Been a Palmeiras supporter since I was 5. It's pretty much the entire side of my mom's family are Palmeiras fans, so I just got grandfathered into the system. But yeah, I've been supporting them pretty much since I was a kid, so things definitely happen. But yeah, we did sign so I'm very curious to see how he'll play for us, because we do have our fair share of wingers, and I know they're trying to find Stevon's replacement on the official now that he's officially gone to Chelsea. Just not sure how he'll fit in to it as well. And then Josh was saying on YouTube, Brazil 1994 to 2007, the best seleção national team in the history of football. And to me, I mean, 1994, cagey, but we did win a World Cup with them. 1998, just unfortunate circumstances in the final, but 2002, like, that team was the apex for me. Like, they played great. Loved it. Yeah, Flamengo beating Chelsea and, like, Benfica beating Bayern are, like, two of the biggest sort of, like, what ifs if the results went the other way as to how those seedings would have looked like in terms of which teams would be facing home. So Igor Jesus, I like him a lot. As a striker, he's really, I think he does a lot of things similar to Chris Wood does, where he uses his size for hold-up play pretty well, is good in the air for headers and the like. Really, he was kind of the primary reason, in my opinion, out of the forwards about the focus to why they were able to beat PSG the way that they did during the Club World Cup. I think he'll be great for Forest this next season. For Jair Cunha, he's all right. I think he has his moments. A little inconsistent, in my opinion, from time to time, but I think he'll still do a job, depending on what you guys do need him to do. And Joshua, eu tenho as minhas opiniões sobre o Flamengo, nesse caso, como palmeirense, mas concordo que o time é importante, que o Zico foi dos melhores jogadores do universo. Yeah, similar to Murilo. Like, moments of brilliance, still young, still growing into it, but he'll have a couple of those games where he looks a little bit lost. But I think that comes with age and experience, and adapting to a new country is a thing that I do believe a lot of people don't take into consideration, because Glenn Roy, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. I just think, in particular, when it comes to Brazilian players going to England, unless you're trying to get them at the very least, like the basics learned with English and such, it doesn't help, because you have a language barrier, and then you have an adaptability barrier with a whole new country, new customs, new weather as well. Because in Brazil, unless you're at the very southern point of the country, you've never seen snow in your life. Not even once. So, yeah, no worries at all, Legend. Thank you so much for coming through with the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Have a good rest of your night. Yeah, Joshua. uh, I love my team, but they are inconsistent ball over the last year or so. I'm very curious to see how they're going to tackle the remainder how they'll tackle the rest of the year now that the Club World Cup is over, and there's still trophies to win. So, and the fullback that's injured for. Oh, he can still play for injury with protective equipment. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, Danilo and Scarpa probably went for that, and I mean, personally, I have a soft spot for Danilo just because of what he did for us at Palmeiras during the earlier portions of the campaign with Abel Ferreira as one of our defensive midfielders. I was gutted for him getting injured the way that he was, so I'm glad that he is back, even if he's not 100% the same player that he was pre-injury. I'm hoping he kind of works his way back into that. So, and then Joshua bringing up the point about Steven, hoping that Steven does well in Europe, but that Chelsea's a big mistake, that he should have moved to Betis. I think with Chelsea, there's just a logjam at both of the positions that he plays well, which are in the wings, in the midfield right now. So I won't be surprised, to be honest, if he ends up going to Strasbourg, similar to how Andre Santos had to do last year to like get acclimated to Europe a little bit more before he tries to fight for a spot in the roster. Even though I do think he could start in this Chelsea roster, but that's just my personal opinion. Joel, and yeah, that's kind of the weight that you have when you have been a national team that's won the amount of World Cups that we have. There is it's that syndrome of, well, you guys have won it so many times and not too far back in the past to where, like, yeah, let's try to keep going for more. Like, why not? Yeah, if Noni leaves, it could leave a hole for Steven. Yeah, it could. So there is a possibility. There's just whether Chelsea is willing to take that or not. So it's a wait and see approach. But in the meantime, we're going to our next game here. We are at home against JDR Stars. Lautaro, hello over on YouTube as well. Hope Steven does well in Chelsea. As a Boca fan, I still want Barco to restart his Europe career. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's got to be rough right now being a Boca fan, just with everything that's been going on, even before the Club World Cup stuff, just with the rough loss to Alianza Lima in the qualifiers and not having any continental football this year, and then obviously the stuff with Auckland City as well too. So, but again, I am glad to see Merentiel do well at Boca. I think we at Palmeiras gave up on him way too quickly. In my personal opinion. Like, he's killing it for Boca right now on this side. He probably is kind of like the only bright spot you have, in my personal opinion. So, that said, let's go ahead and get this one started. I think JDR were in second or third, the last that I saw on the table. We'll double check that in a moment. But points are important here. We are trying to get the automatic promotion spot by winning, just so that way I can go up in the leagues and like justify the club spending money on a coaching badge for me, just to kind of start building up our career a little bit more. So they're also playing a 4-3-3. And yeah, they're in third place. So this is a huge matchup for us here. Right, yeah, fair enough. Blanco and Paredes is part of that midfield core. It's almost like, and I think with Boca, like, you guys would be great goal for Sanguini here to start us off. Great stuff. I do think that with Boca, Boca's Boca. Like, you guys are going to get, like, some ridiculous prospects coming out of your guys' academy that are going to fight for the badge and everything else with it. Is just, it seems a lot of the incompetence with Boca Juniors right now, it's more so in the front office than anywhere else. With the players you have brought, like with players that have been like purchased for transfers and whatnot, and things of that nature. So if that can get squared away ever so slightly, then I think it's back to business as usual over there for you all. And I'm trying to remember now with the second half of the Argentinian league coming up. Is that the tournament style that's happening, or are you doing like a Apertura Clausura type of situation, like a couple of different leagues in South America too? I keep forgetting because I know the format has changed in recent years, like a couple of times. Bad goal to concede there. We're tied up, but highlight immediately off the jump here. Honestly, I feel bad for asking because I know Rank Talks Ball did a whole video about the Argentinian league, like in the format of it currently, like not too long ago. I've just blanked out on it entirely here. I have to go rewatch that tonight in that case. Oh, wrong command there. I meant to encourage. Oh, wow. Ugh. It just feels like the cup format does not lend itself well to like the second half of a season, especially if you're trying to determine like Libertadores spots with that combination of points and all of that. So for the Brasileirão, Joshua, it's tough to say right now. I kind of want to wait until like once we get through July and August to really predict. But I do think that Cruzeiro's form right now is one of those in which if they can maintain that for a while longer, that could be a title challenge from them for sure with the way they've been. I would like to see Palmeiras win just from a personal preference, but I also know Flamengo's been chasing it. Fluminense's been doing well so far for the year. Okay, we're having a bit of a rough go here so far. Let me see. So Madasane has not done well, so I need to put Madawane. Busy Baron, hello over on Twitch. How are you? Hope all is well. Let's take a look here. What do I need to replace? Actually, we're gonna need to trust Sally, I guess. Yeah, this is tough. I need to go all out here, try to encourage the Libertadores spots. So Apertura, Clausura, Copa Argentina, and then 3 for an overall table. So in this case, so since Platense won the Apertura, is that going to be their first Libertadores appearance, basically, due to that as well? Because I do remember hearing it was like their first title ever in Argentina in any facet. So that's an interesting caveat in that situation if the Apertura spot, the Apertura one guarantees a Libertadores spot right off the bat there. And yeah, no worries at all, Glenroy, on that. Appreciate you coming through on the chat. Hope you have a good rest of your night as well. And Joshua, I wouldn't be too concerned. I do believe what I heard was that for non-violent crimes in Spain that are like less than a certain period of time, there's not a prison sentence that's involved with it. It's probably just going to be Ancelotti having to like pay his back taxes, which are going to be like a good amount, and then they'll drop the matter entirely. Like, it's not the first time we've heard of like players or coaches being in trouble for like image rights situations and being called for tax evasion. It seems like it's a Spanish government like special for a couple of folks. Kumalo, okay, so it seems we're gonna hold on to a draw here, which is better than losing. I'll take the 1 point. It's just disappointing that we couldn't come up with the victory here for that. Yeah, but I do think in terms of the Ancelotti situation with Spain, like saying he violated image rights and is being condemned for tax evasion, at least from what I remember reading outside of the headlines, it had something to do with him owing back taxes on that side of the spectrum, and that since it wasn't a violent crime and like a first time offense, I'll have to like look up the actual article that I read again, but I do believe reading that it wasn't a offense that he would go outright to prison for. It's just going to be one of those in which he will have to like pay a good amount of money to like solve that with Spanish authorities. Back taxes. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up. So because I know it's a sentencing, but the crazy part is that they're like saying that he's being sentenced for while also being fined around 400,000 euros for tax payments on image rights during 2014. So this is like 11 years ago, which is the crazy part. Okay, I think I found it under the ESPN article that I read. Under Spanish law, any sentence under 2 years for a nonviolent crime rarely requires a defendant without previous convictions to serve jail time. State prosecutors sought a prison sentence for up to 4 years and 9 months on 2 counts of tax fraud. So the fact that it's only a 1 year sentence, it's probably just going to be one of those circumstances where they just got to figure out those tax payments and then take care of it entirely. It's just weird that Spain is deciding to do that the moment that he leaves the country when these charges are from 10, 11 years ago as well. So, ideally, hopefully this gets solved as soon as possible, but yeah. E-Boss, hello. Hi, eu sou mexicano, mas eu também falo português. Ah, maneiro então. Entonces hablan portugués. Yo hablo un poquito de español. No es un español fluente o bueno, pero yo tento. Yes, buenas noches. So, 2 draws here in November. We've got the game on the 2nd now against Tux FC, who are wait, are they? Okay, they are in the 1st division. Okay, they're in second. They're in 2nd. Okay, so we are okay, so it's a first and second place clash here. That's huge. Let me see if I can go ahead and see if I can schedule a friendly for the 25th. Yeah, Josh, I do agree. I think the 2026 World Cup is more so of a, hey, let's see how well we can do with the new manager in there. But I'm hoping at the very least that once he's settled in enough that we can get a Copa America with him in 2028. That would be great. And yes, hello, Deadman. Good to see you over on Twitch here. How are you? Hope all's well. I'm just offering tryouts to do scouting on certain players. In the meantime, let me schedule a friendly for the 25th on Saturday. Okay, so we got a bunch of trialists here. Let's see here. Yeah, in terms of the club, in terms of the U.S. World Cup, but there's a problem. There's already all these reports about like how people are calling the U.S. Cup next year dangerous due to like the high temperatures that usually happen during U.S. summers and obviously the weather delays. And it's like, I mean, the weather stuff has been kind of an issue for a while, as it is. So again, FIFA's just gonna FIFA's just gonna do usual FIFA stuff and go through with it regardless. So it sucks, but it is what it is. I don't think they're gonna take the cup off of the US's hands in any way, shape, or form. Because if they do, it's most likely the U.S. government's gonna go, right, we need to investigate these FIFA guys again, and then a whole set of dominoes will come out of that. So it's either damned if you do, damned if you don't. So it's only a matter of time before there's a Champions League final held in the US. Could you imagine the fucking shitstorm if UEFA did that within the next 3 years? So we're just doing a friendly here to earn some money. Won't be that much money, but there'll be something. We do what we must. Deadman, to be honest with you, I think especially after this Club World Cup, I will not be surprised if CONMEBOL and CONCACAF have talks about doing a Super Libertadores where Liga MX and MLS teams get invited to it. Just to have an excuse to maybe like Messi before he finally retires plays a Copa Libertadores and like that whole appeal, the whole appeal of a situation like that. And I think it could be interesting to involve the North American sides of the spectrum into a massive like once in a generation type Copa Libertadores involving both of the Americas, but there's also the dangerous precedent that could set where like they try to go for more than us. I mean, yeah, CONMEBOL doing Copa America in the US just for the infrastructure and the money that comes with it is not all that surprising. Okay, we won that. Great stuff. Right, so that said, it is about 6 o'clock my time. I do have to go feed my dogs downstairs, just put their food on a bowl and all of that. So I'm going to take an ad break on both YouTube and Twitch while I do that. Give me about 5 minutes or so, and I will be back so that way we can play our next game against Tux FC. So just hang tight. About 5 minutes or so, I will return. Alright, back now. Sorry about the wait. Here we go. Okay, so we got our first draw of the South African Cup. We are playing Magesi Football Club, who are also in the same tier as we are. So at the very least, for the preliminary round, that's a good opponent to draw, and then we have a couple rounds after that. Let's see the rules here. Ideally, we want to make it into the first round. That way we can access like winner and loser prizers pool situations, because that will help with club stuff. All right. Alrighty, and all right. So at least the board and the supporters are happy with us, even if the club is in a bit of a financial hole. But we did invest to try and get this club promoted, so ideally a win against Tukes FC here should do us a solid. Ideally. We'll see. Excuse me. Right. All right, we have a suspended winger. Alright, well, we're gonna take the rest then with Thiago. I think he has the face mask one situation, so University of Pretoria FC. Come on, boys. We can do this. I believe we can do this. We are on the road, which is not ideal, but gotta try. Sanguini, Motsuki, Nyati, Museo, Nyati, Motsuku, Zulu. Oh, rough. Malva. Back to our keeper. Kumalo, Zulu. Muraisane, Zulu, Motsuku, Sanguini. Sibia, Calipo. Ah, boy. I'm not liking how this one's faring out for us highlight-wise. Whew, we lucked out. Hitting the post on the cross is kind of diabolical, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, set piece here. Sanguini, Nyati, Zulu. Gubane, there he is. Great goal. Let's try this again. Kluma with a banger of a goal. Can't even complain. That was just well done. Good grief. That's a bomb. Being a little more aggressive in terms of our line. Yati, Museo has a chance. Goes to Matsubi, back to Museo, Nyati, Motsuku with a bit of a shot from distance there. Didn't appreciate that by any stretch. Right, Zulu, Motsuku, Sanguini, Nyati, Zulu again. You need to shoot less. You need to shoot far less. You're not getting anything done with these shots. Zenbi, Motsuku, Sanguini. We are dominating like possession and whatnot. It's just we have errors like that and then just don't capitalize on the chances we have had. Sakot Long. Great save from Modal on that one. Forces the corner. Great header from Motsuku, preventing them from going short on that. Resets the whole scene. Halftime. This isn't good enough, but you need to keep going. I think, to be honest, I think we might go for Fletch's tactic here for the second half. Experiment with something. Oops. Think people are home. I'm going to check to see if there any grocery shopping is help is needed with. So give me a moment while I go and do that. I'm just going to pause for now here, and I will be back with you all momentarily. So yeah, give me another like 3 minutes or so. I'll be back. Okay, yeah, here we go. Took a second. Sorry about that, everybody. We're back now. Just got groceries to help with and stuff, so now they're inside. We're good. Okay. Kamalu. Makanya. There's Maraisane. Great goal.
Outstanding.
Okay, Montal picking up the bad cross from their side. Kumalu. Okay, let's put in a third one here. Just bury their hopes and dreams at this point, because why not? Motsuku, Maraisane. What is that finishing? You scored one, man. Like, you could do another. Like, what the hell? Here they come. God damn it. And it's Nyati who was there, the midfielder. That's a bad mismatch right there. Alright, 75th. Let's do our final set of substitutions. Okay. So we have substitutions immediately after this highlight, which here's hoping nothing bad happens to our team during it. Oh. Maraisane and Kwana couldn't get to it, of course. My God. Thank you. At the very least, the defender did a better job in terms of actual defense for this particular set piece. Oops. Come on! Fuck! Push for a draw. Just push for a draw at the very least. Come on. Let's go! There it is. Whew. Just we cannot lose out on points to fucking second place. Try to keep some sort of advantage. Right, good turnaround. So the individual instructions may have hurt, but whatever. Team needs to lock it the fuck in. Okay, 6-point difference. So we still have like a 2-game advantage, technically, going into this here. Okay, so Muzil will move out on loan, which means that we'll at least get a little bit of money out of that for a club that kinda needs it. Won't be by much, but hey, at the very least, anything is anything, so. Right. Organize a friendly against the Bayern FC of South Africa, I guess. Let's see what they're made of, I guess, if they accept it. Whole team meeting. Yeah. Oh, fuck off. Assholes. Spineless pricks. Alright. Fuck off, asshole. Fuck you too. All the bitching and moaning is coming through now, so I guess this is the difficult part of the maintaining the streak. Well, thankfully we have the friendly to maybe get a result, see how things turn out, and if it gets worse, then it gets worse. Alright, so Okay. Adam. All right. Oh, here we go. Right, the U19s game. Oh, that's a bit fair enough. All right, there we go. Bayern Football Club on the horizon here. Let's see here. All right, fitness. All right, so this is a friendly. We're having a bunch of the trialists play in it. And we'll see how it turns out. Just a quick since it's a friendly, and then we have NB La Masia next in 9th place. And we do win 4-3 on that friendly, so that's a good positive result here for a couple of the guys who have played it. Yeah. All right. Can we get the boys focused? Club atmosphere dropped to an extent. The cohesion's not all the way there yet. Okay, neutral, whatever. Well, that didn't do much for me. Cool. All right, so yeah, the system I think is broke. Possibly. It's just not working. But yeah, we'll keep going to the La Masia games because we got 2 games in a row. We'll have the La Masia game and then we have the Magesi Cup game following it. So we'll be busy. Oh, sorry. Just there we go. Something a little more high beat with the game coming. Let's go. All right, we've managed to maintain points, but we've had a couple of draws in a row. Let's see if we can snap out of that and get a victory, especially since we're at home. Oh, got it right here for you, EA. Ah, as we get scored on, unfortunately. But yeah, the parameters are right there. So it's just your basic pentagon with 3 added titles to it: the OFC Champions League, FIFA Club World Cup, and the FIFA World Cup itself, the international one. So all right, chance to tie this one up here. Oh, okay, good work from Motsuko on the rebound there. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Ah, gotcha. Very cool. That one looks a little too daunting for me, but I'm sure I'll do it someday down the line. It just probably won't be with this edition of FM. So it feels like it's going to be one of those games where they scored on their first shot and we've had multiple ones and have only had 1 goal to show for it. Let's see what happens. Oh. Mokumela. Maraisane, there he is. Good second goal there.
Outstanding.
All right. Good recovery from that first initial goal there. Let's see if we can hold that up together in the second half. And just to be on the safe side, have us go on the weaker foots for these guys. Excuse me. Whew. Oh, that's not good. Thankfully, they just shot it wide. Okay. Bad turnover on both sides and on ours, but Johnson is going to go out with a second yellow. That's great for us, actually. Let's see here. what a goal from Gubane.
Outstanding.
Well, this is a good comeback win here from the draws in a row that we had. That's a great 3 points to get. Ooh, there we go. Good tackle there. Maresane. Can we add a fourth just to add the goal differential? Makanya, Mukumela, Matsimbi. Floats across in. Ubani hits the bar. That was almost 4-1. Great performance. Good performance there. Good momentum to carry into the cup game. Alright, so 3 days to recover here for the NetBank Cup preliminary round. So we get Magesi 2 games in a row between the league and the cup qualifier. That's great. Okay. That's a good veteran to add. Oh well. We can only grab one guy from the hiring, so we'll grab the one that can play the most positions. Alright. As in Gubane picks up an injury for 5 to 6 weeks just before a big cup game. This sucks. The guy who's actually scored the most goals for us so far this season is now out for a couple weeks when we kind of need him most. Nature of the beast, I guess. But, nothing we can do but go to work here. let's get here. Dun, 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 dun. Whew. Let's save here and then we'll go ahead and get started. So Dabon Kwana, as the loanee, is going to have a chance here to really step up and for us to see what he's made of. Right. Let's see what we can do here. As Magesi has been in poor form, let's not give him an excuse to get back into better form. Here we go. Oh, Sally. Oh! That was close here. We are definitely higher up on the attacks so far in this one. Which is not the best of signs, knowing how FM tends to be. Okay, good defending there. Oh, we lucked out massively on that. I thought that was going in. And Marasan is injured. Fuck. Well, this is not ideal. Yes, I know. I'm doing the replacement. Shut up. Leave me alone. Fuck. Alright, well, moment of truth here. I need to click on the cup. I need to see the rules of the first round here. So, 5 subs, but extra time and then PKs. Okay, so we do get extra time here if it does carry as a draw. Oh, Fatisi. Oh, that's a crazy sliding tackle there. Okay, here we go. Sanguini, Madho, Sally, Mineko, Zulu, Maho, Mineko, Madoli, Sanguini, Fatsisi, Kumalu, Sanguini, over to Mukumelo on the right hand side, over to Nyati, crosses it, Sally, there he is. Took a while, but we finally got through here.
Outstanding.
Ooh. Okay, Mashego needs to go in. Kamal was like dead tired at this point. Nyati. Mukumela.
Outstanding.
Let's go. Caralho, vamos. Okay. Then one day. That's a bad goal to give up and stop it something like that. So the clean sheet's done for. Thank you. I was about to say, like, there's no way that they're gonna score on some nonsense. There we go. We survive. And we move on to the official first round of the South African Cup. So, lovely, lovely stuff. So, at the very least, if we lose in the Cup from this point forward, there is like a loser's purse that we're gonna get out of it, at the very least. So, we'll make at least a little bit of a profit off of it. Excuse me. Whew. And Marisan is out for 34 weeks. God damn it. Our forward depth is in hell right now. Ugh. Thankfully, we do have some time. I'm about 11 days into our next game. So, I'm cool with that. Let's see here. Oops, let's see. Okay, so reached the net banker proper. We did accomplish a goal with that, so that's great. And Grenwald Scott is coming in, so that at the very least will help us with a couple of forward positions here. So I'm happy with that. We're spending more money. I know it's not ideal, but at the same time, like, we've got to make this promotion push at this juncture. We just have to. So, okay. Right, while we're advancing through these, I do need to run to the bathroom, so I'm gonna take a break for about 4 or 5 minutes. We'll run an ad in the meantime, and then we'll be back at it. So hang tight with all that. Okay, back now. Sorry about that. So yeah, we got Magesi, who are dead last in the league here, I believe. So we got them again in the 31st. We are on the road against them again too, which is kind of amusing. But yeah, let's go ahead and go into that game to wrap it on up. Ooh. Ooh. Excuse me. All right, so. Well, after this Magesi game is done, that's pretty much the halfway point of the season. First few months of our first year as a manager in this particular universe, which is always fun. I should probably start asking them about senior affiliates and stuff too, because why not? Because we need money. They haven't been with us for very long. Go fuck off. Ooh. Okay, they actually they are letting me work at a coaching course. We are getting a license. Let's go. This was much faster than I expected to be able to get one. So, excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. Club is covering the fee too, so that's perfect. Right, so in the meantime, we are going to do Fletch's crazy tactic for this game. I just want to see how I'll fare out with our newer signing, stepping into the fold here as well. Sally has a cold for 2 weeks. That's unfortunate. We'll miss him, but gotta make do with who we have. Okay, here we go. Let's go to something else here. Not the God of War tracks, but something else something a little more lively as we're heading into game time here. Boom, boom, boom. Getting a bit of thunder out here today. Crazy, but not out of the norm. Sometimes during the course of the summers here, they'll usually be really hot, and then some days we'll have the clouds roll in, a little bit of rain, and then mostly just thunder and stuff. But let's see. Okay. Tonight's trying to meet the chosen one. Always make that Oh, right. We've got contracts that are going to expire in a couple months, but we've got to wait. All right, so ooh, okay. Oh. Whew, all right, this one took a while, but we're finally on game day. Thanks for bearing through on all of that. All right. So we gotta wait. Why are we doing a friendly against these guys? Nope, we gotta go cancel that. Like, we're not paying $7,000 to do a friendly with you. Are you fucking kidding me? Get it out of my sight. Like, I can schedule friendlies myself if I have to. Like, there is no way in hell? No way. No way we're paying $7,000 just to have the privilege of playing a first team in the league and not getting anything back for it. Like, we're hosting these at home and we're making money off of them. So we're getting 5,000 out of these overall if we do go with them. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Sorry, our garage is closing. Switch these around. There we go. There we go. Let's do this. All right. Right off the jump, we've got a highlight here. Let's see what happens. Kumalo, Makanya, Mukumela. Oh. Sanguini, Scott. Scott on his debut here. Let's see how he does. Oh, the deflection, Nintendo Mukumela getting his third of the season. That's a great start for us in the first minute. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me right now with this? Thank you for the Lord Gunman.
Outstanding.
Hi, Chloe. Did you hear the beeping noises too? Is that why you're here? Hold on. Let me. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. This one decided to come upstairs because she heard the beeps and got a little bit scared. This is Chloe. Say hi to String Chloe. Yeah. Let's put you on the bed here for now, Chloe. I'll take you downstairs in a moment, okay? Yeah, just stay there and relax for now. You're fine. Okay? You're okay. Oh, goodness. You are terrified, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, the beeping would scare me too. I get it. That's a bad goal to concede there, but it is what it is. It's okay, girlie. It's alright. Yeah, you're okay. You're safe here. Right, so from kickoff here. It's alright. It's okay. Oh, yeah. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, girlie. You're alright. You're fine. Yeah, you're okay. You're okay, girlie. You're alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just stay down there for now. You're fine. Oh, good goal from Motsugo on that one. Great stuff.
Outstanding.
I know you're trying to climb here. Oops, sorry. You're good. Now let's just stay here on the... Yeah, you can stay here then. Just not much room to move, so let me just try to move you here really quick. Yeah, there we go. Can't climb on the desk though. That's not gonna work for you. Okay. I guess we can show camera. Yeah, it's okay, girl. It's okay. I'll let you down in a sec, okay? Here we go. Okay, we're in the half. We're winning 2-1. Let me take this one downstairs really quick, and we'll just do a quick BRB screen while I do that. One sec. All right, Chloe, let's get going. All right, thanks for your patience, everybody. Back now. Just, yeah, I needed to take Chloe downstairs after the little bit of a scare we had with the worms. We had no idea why it suddenly sounded off the way it did. No fires or anything going on, thankfully, but a little bit of a strange set of circumstances for that to just suddenly beep at us out of nowhere. Okay, Scott, Sanguini. Not a good pass. Good interception for Kamalo Scott. Oh, wow. Okay, there it is. A little bit of footy. And Zulu. It was just lacking the finish. That was almost like incredible. Come on, Scott in the corner. Kumalu. Oh, Kumalu gets dropped in the box. That's going to be a penalty. There's no VAR to double check it, so we'll let the newcomer take this one. (3-1). Let's go.
Outstanding.
Oh, wow. What a save from Montani on that. What a save again. My goodness. Oh, what? Oh, I thought that was going to get called a penalty kick for some reason there, but guess not. Oh boy, they keep on coming. Pressure-wise there, Rumpa misses it wide. If they had better finishers in that club, this probably would be a 4-3 game on their end right now. And Scott on the corner kick here. Sends it to Masebi, Moloko, Schalke. Oh, just sends it wide. But great win. Great work here. A huge 3 points for us in terms of the league. That I think should wrap it up for us here game wise. 7-point advantage. Good for us on that front here to try and restore order. But then, yeah, we don't have any games throughout the entirety of January. And then, because of, I'm gonna guess it's Africa Cup of Nations. Second period of the second tier, we get another 31,000 for being in first place, so that's good for us. Let's keep up our form. But yeah, it's time to go on a mini vacation of sorts while I guess international tournament stuff is going on. In the meantime, though, yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We'll call it a night here on stream, just due to us having gone on for 2.5 hours at this point, which tends to be like a good average there. But thanks to everybody who stopped by. Thank you to Game Legend for the raid earlier as well. I sincerely do appreciate it. Let me find us somebody to go there and to raid here. I'm going to end things on the YouTube side of the spectrum. Thanks again for everybody who stuck through with me on that front there. The conversations, it was a lot of fun.